Alright, fishy folks, welcome back to another day in the life. Not really a day, kind of an hour. I just got home from work. It is 6:57. Let's check out the fish room. So, we got to feed the fish room. It's dark because the lights aren't, only the lights in the tanks are on, not the light in the room is on. I spilled 20 gallons of water all over the floor this morning. That sucked. Got my brine shrimp hatchery going. Got that from Aquarium Co-op. It's the Zis brine shrimp hatchery. We'll talk about it in a second. Let's turn on the lights. Let's take a walk through real quick. So first things first, I got a couple of tanks cleaned out, ready to move some fish. Got some stock coming in. Pretty excited about those. We're starting to move some of these upper tanks, the stock in the upper tanks, down to the lower tanks because my plan is to start putting 20 longs up there. I'm probably going to do it in stages. I have to take 3 10s down to fit 1 20 long. Those mutts are going to go in the mutt tank, so that'll be one. These mutts are going to go in the mutt tank, so that'll be another one. That's easy. I've already started moving dark dragons. I put some females in a tank over there. They dropped some fry, which was my goal. I got black mascos up here. I'm moving down here. So, you know, things are happening, if you know what I'm saying. The things are happening. Let's just take a look over here at these real red-eye albinos. Look how big those females are. Nice and plump. Love me a big female guppy. How about these koi? These albino kois. Not a big fan of the albinos, but now I have 2 albino strains in the fish room that are spectacular. Can't wait for these guys to grow and drop some fry. Here are the dark dragons, the females. There's some fry in there hiding. You know, everything's going normal. The fire red mosaics with the blue eye lemons growing out. Got some babies in there. Still have these tuxedo kois. They're not on the website yet, but if you want them, message me and we can talk about price. They're expensive. There's some fry in there, not too many. I don't know if they were eaten or they just had a small batch, but tank's not really set up for breeding so much. There isn't that much hiding spot, so I'm not really concerned. But, you know, 3 or 4 fry I see right off the bat. What else? Let's take a look at the mutt tank, folks. And yes, I cleaned the glass this morning. I don't know why. I didn't do a very good job, though. So look at the mutt tank. There's a ton of mutts in there, right? No. Over the last 2 weeks since I advertised the sale, buy 6 mutts for the price of 5, $25 for 6 mixed mutts, I've sold over 100 of those. That's over 600 guppies. Now I still have some mutts in there, not that many, and there's quite a few mutts in here, but there are hardly as many as there were before. There's less than half before. There's also some plecos growing out in here. I don't know if we're gonna, oh, there's some babies over there in the corner. And there's some right there. So this tank is fun to watch. I really love it. Let's talk about this filter for a second. Now, you can see I have the sponge filter that's designed for this filter. And I don't know if you can see on the bottom, it's sucked in a little bit. It gets clogged quite easily and then stops doing its thing. Also, see right at water level, right there, there's an intake that gets clogged quite easily. So, and I mean, this isn't a typical tank, right? You know, there's a lot of floating crap in here, you know, hides for the baby guppies. But still, it gets clogged quite easily. Not really happy with this filter, but I'm not really happy with many hang-on back filters. I still like it. I think in a dedicated tank, this is a great filter, but it's big. It does a great job. It offers some customization, but, you know, if push came to shove, I would go with an AquaClear 110 over this. That's it. All right, what else? So we're going to talk about food here. I just want to talk about the brine shrimp hatchery. I just started some brine shrimp. So 24 to 36 hours, I'll harvest them. This is the Zis brine shrimp hatchery. I got it from Aquarium Co-op. Also have the Aquarium Co-op brine shrimp eggs and the Fritz aquarium salt that they recommend. So far, so good. I hatch brine shrimp every day. Well, I put a new batch in almost every day because it's about 36 hours before I can harvest the batch. So, but you know, this is pretty nice. It's a simple setup. I just have this rigid Airline tubing going to my Deli Cup. Love the Deli Cups. Link down below. Affiliate link. Millions of dollars. Just think about it. Prime Day is coming, folks. It comes with this squeezy. Love the squeezy. I also have this long squeezy that my friend Barbara sent me. I have a couple of those. Workbench isn't too bad overall. You know, I could box some things up. Got some extra boxes from this week's shipments. Shipped 22 boxes this week, and like 18 of them were express. So that's good for you guys. Got my API towel. Thank you, API. I love it. Let's talk about this Dr. Bassilier food. This is baby Nano food. I like Dr. Bassilier food. What I don't like is this stupid jar. It's hard to get food out of here with my big meat hooks. I'll show you that in a second, but my boy Keith from KJE Aquatics, who, by the way, has the best wood in the industry, wants me to try this. He said I'm going to love it. He uses it in all his tanks, and he says I'm going to love it. And I said, you know I hate the jar. I'm not going to try it. So he said, I'll take care of you. Boom! Sent me a Deli Cup, custom packaging just for Mike. Thank you. Love Keith. He's such a good guy. All right, what else we got? There's Kathy. Oh, let's talk about this tank. Folks, this is keeping it real. As you remember, I got these Tanaka maple leaves from the swap, which I love. And there's also a breeding pair of Plecos in here. There's one over there. There's one over there. I lost pretty much every guppy to Colmenares. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, Mike, don't the Plecos have it? Yes, they do, but they're less susceptible to it, and they heal much quicker. And so, it took like 3 days, and I lost every fish. Now, I don't blame the guy I bought them from at all. 100%, I don't think he would sell me sick fish. He always has great fish, so I don't think it was him. I think it was just the stress of the move. That's what I think it was, because this tank was sanitized, so... I mean, I certainly could have given it to him, but I doubt it. So, anywho, that's just keeping it real, folks. Look at that Pleco. I love the long fin calicos. One of my favorite Plecos. Yep, okay. Let's talk about food. So, I do have a plethora of food over here, folks. That's an SAT word for you guys. Plethora. A plethora. One word. So, what are we going to feed? Well, we have a couple decisions to make. First of all, let's talk about the food, right? Now, I have a lot of food, and a lot of food is sent to me by the manufacturers. They sent me this freeze-dried Cyclops because they knew I was going to love it, and I do. I love it so much, I bought another one. Cobalt sent me that Smartimia because I love it. It is spectacular. But all the Northfin stuff I have to buy, but I still buy it because I love it. I buy it at my friend's Super Cichlids. Same thing with Extreme. I have to buy all the Extreme stuff. Love the Community Crave Flake here. See it? Community Crave. Most of the Cobalt stuff they've sent me. Northfin I had to buy. Love the Shrimp Veggie. They didn't send this to me. I had to buy it. But it's great. Love the Guppy. Ultra Guppy. Have a ton of that. And I really like their flakes. What I like about their flakes is the good ingredients. And they're crispy. So that I can crunch them really fine for the fry. Oh, look at the Santa Claus Guppies. I'm not a fan of these too much because they always look sick to me. But look at that white one. With the red and... Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice one, Mike. Alright, sorry. You might notice I have some empty tanks. We got some stuff going on with there. You'll see soon. What else? Alright, folks. Let's talk about feeding. So, my choices are feed a flake to every tank. And what that'll do is I can crush it really fine so the fry get food and the adults get food. If I feed a pellet like this Extreme Nano, then I gotta go back and feed a fry food like the Cyclops or the Smartimia. So it's like a decision. Every day I you know, kind of figure out what I want to feed, what I want to do. It depends. Oh, I also have this fry starter. This was given to me not by New Life Spectrum, but by a subscriber of mine. Alright, well, let's decide what we're going to feed the guppies. I think we're going to feed them flake food. I'll show you how I do that. And what flake food? That's the question. Alright, we'll feed the Extreme. I think that's a good idea. Alright, I'm going to put the camera down and get set up. So stand by. Refill your snack and beverage. Hit the subscribe button. Do all the stuff. Alright, take a smell. Smells like fish food. Okay. So here's what you do, folks. This tank has fry in it and adults. So now you just crush your fingers like this. And you feed. That's it. Now, you might be saying to yourself, Mike, that's a lot of food. You're going to ruin your cycle. No, I won't. Not only is there a poop ton of plants that take up any nitrates, but I do 10% water changes daily. I'm not concerned about the cycle in any of my tanks. Even if the cycle crashes, I do enough water changes where I shouldn't have a problem. That's just a fact of life, folks. So, I'm going to go ahead and feed the rest of the fish room. And they need more food up there. And I'll be right back. And then we'll decide what to feed the Plecos. Oh, I got to try the Nano food. That's the whole idea, folks. Stand by. All right, fishy folks, we're back at the Nano food, and this is why I hate these jars. So my fingers will only go like about that far. That sucks. And it comes with this stupid little spoon. Look at this spoon. It's the dumbest thing ever. Look, what am I gonna do? Just spilled it. What am I gonna do with this spoon? 60 tanks with this spoon? Get the f out of here. So my boy Keith took care of me. This is a great idea. So now I'm gonna try this. We'll just put a little bit in there, halfway, I guess. Close it back up. All right, I'm gonna put it over here on my API towel. I'm gonna feed it to the red snake skins. Let's see if they like it. Oh, it's like dust. They're going for it. Look at that. Nom, 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 nom. Look at all the Plecos too. I love the little baby Plecos. They're so adorable. All right, folks, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna feed some more of that food, that Dr. Bassilier Nano fry food from Keith at KG Aquatics. I'm also going to set up the underwater camera so you can see how the fishies go after it. All right, stand by. All right, fishy folks, here is the Dr. Bassilier Baby Nano food that my buddy Keith sent me to try. I'm going to take a pinch. We're going to give it to these Dumbo Platinum. Look at them. Got the underwater camera so you can see that footage as well. Look at them going after it. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right, who else we're going to feed that to? Let's feed that to the Fire and Ice Platinums with all the babies in there. They are really going after it. Now, just because they're really going after it doesn't make it good food. People love Hikari. Oh, they say their guppies love Hikari. That doesn't mean it's good. You got to check the ingredients, which we'll check in a second. I know Dr. Bassilier. I met him personally, actually. I know it's great stuff. But look at all the fry getting food. They're fat and happy like me. Did I show you guys this cave? Did I talk about these Plecos? I don't think I did. So there are a poop ton of babies in here. That really cool cave that my boy Joel gave me, I have to give it back to him eventually if he wants it back, but he had a male Pleco in there that was garden eggs, and he just had babies and he didn't want any more. So he's like, what do I do? I'm like, take the cave out and bring it to me and I'll hatch them and I'll give you the cave back. He said, okay, but you can see the male is in there again on eggs. So maybe when I feed this tank, the babies will come out, but this morning there were like 30 of them all on the glass. It was really cool. All right, everybody's eating the food. I'm going to finish feeding the fish room, and then we'll go back and we'll talk about Plecos. So stand by. All right, fishy folks, everybody's loving that food. I decided to feed the Dr. Bassilier Nano Bits. What's it called? Dr. Bassilier Baby Nano. I decided to feed it to all the tanks. Everybody's going crazy for it. The ingredients look great. 59% protein, which is great for breeding guppies. So we're pretty happy. Pretty happy. Now we got to talk about Plecos. So, I have a couple choices for Plecos. I'm just going to put the lid back on here because I'm a dope and I'll forget it. We can go with the Cobalt Shrimp and Veggie. We can go with the Extreme Cat Scrapers, or we can hit them with the Kelp Wafers. I also have green beans I can feed them, but I fed them Kelp Wafers this morning, and I fed them Extreme last night, so I'm going to go with the Shrimp and Veggie. Now, let's come over here, folks. See? There's no messing around here at Michael's Fish Room. You're watching everything live as it happens. Now, watch this trick, folks. Boom. Now, if I'm a klutz and I drop something, I don't drop this big $70 tub of food. I only drop this $5 tub of food or whatever it is. We're also going to put this down here because I'm working one-handed. We got a lot of babies in here, so that this one is going to get, sorry about that motion sickness you guys got. That one's going to get a ton of food. Now again, Mike, you're going to cloud the water. Yes, I will cloud the water for a day, but I don't care because they're going to eat it. Look how fat and happy they are. Oh, that makes me so happy. Look at all, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Sorry, I know, they're live things. with dollar signs. All right, we got the calico longfins we gotta feed. Hopefully these will breed out for me over the winter. That's why they're on back order on the website, because I want to breed them. And then we got the regular calicos. Then we got the breeding pair. Now we take this over here. Now let's look at these guys. We'll drop a bunch in there. There's a poop ton of babies in here, so I'm sure all that'll be eaten. Look at the male in the glass. Oh, I love that. He's so cool. That's just a regular brown pleco, but look at him. He's gorgeous. All right. Got some plecos in here. We got some plecos in here. We got some plecos in here. We got some plecos in there. I don't know what that voice is. We're gonna have to look at all the snails. Somebody on one of the sites, on one of the Facebook groups, was like, "I see a lot of pleco breeders have lots of snails in their tank. Do they help?" And I was like, "No, it's just a byproduct of overfeeding plecos." And then the next comment was like, "That means the tanks aren't maintained properly." If you say so, lady, but you know, I got no place for the snails, so whatever. We got to drop some food in here. This is risky. You could drop too many, but I did it anyway. Don't tell anyone. Put some into the mutt tank, the mutt pleco tank. They're just super red calicos. I just call them mutts because I like the word mutt. Super red calicos will probably fetch a lot of more money than just mutt pleco, I think. So I might change it when I put them on the website after they breed. Got to get the longfin albinos up here. There we go. We got a couple left we'll put back because I don't have any more plecos. All right, folks. Let's do one more walkthrough. See what we can see. Hey, buddy. The plecos really like these shrimp and veggie pellets by Cobalt. So, you know, there are rumors of Cobalt's going out of business. They're not. I spoke to the owner personally. You know, he said they had some issues with, you know, like everyone else with COVID, getting some product from overseas. And, you know, they weren't in the office for most of 2020 because of COVID, you know, from March until probably, I don't know when, but... So, you know, that's what happened. They're not going out of business. You can certainly buy their stuff from Super Cichlids. You can buy their stuff wherever you want. I recommend Super Cichlids. As a matter of fact, all the Airline, the colored Airline is from Cobalt. Love it. Love it. All right, where are we at? Let's see if we can see any baby plecos come out. The baby plecos come out at night. That female is smoking hot. Look at her. I guess the babies are hiding until the lights go off. That's a shame. They're so cute and adorable. All right, folks, that does it. I'm babbling. I'm tired. Hope you guys like the Day in the Life series. Let me know down in the comments below if you'd like to see more Day in the Life stuff. I think the next Day in the Life I do is actually a shipping day. I do have to plan that ahead of time because, you know, I have limited time to ship. I wake up about 5:30 on Monday morning to pack all my boxes. Hopefully get them done by 10 to get them to the airport. And of course I work during the day too, so you know, that's that. Folks, if you could just do me a favor, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. Tell all your friends, hit that subscribe button. Then buy lots of fish on my website, michaelsfishroom.com. Love y'all. Got my brine shrimp hatchery growing from the growing. Let's talk about this heater. That's not a heater, dummy. Speaking of reviews and food, I do get some food sent to me for free. A lot of companies want to send me their food and they think I'm some kind of influencer. I'm just a dumb guy with a camera with 35,000 subscribers. And I guess some people listen to me. I mean, some people think I know what I'm talking about, you know, a few of you guys. But I'm pretty honest with my reviews. As a matter of fact, Hatchery tried twice to send me... what are those things called? The bloodworm looking things? Vitabits? Is that what they're called? I gotta check. Alright, fishy folks, it's time for another day in the life. Not really a day, maybe an hour in the life. It is...